Hello everyone, welcome yet again to another video lecture. My name is Ashwin Joglekar from Resonance PCCP division. Today we are here with class 8th topics of civics portion, that is the second chapter in your civics of class 8th, understanding secularism. Now let us quickly begin with the chapter. Now first of all, as we understand secularism, now this term secular or secularism we also did cover in the first chapter, that is about the constitution. As you can see about the introduction here, secularism as a modern political and constitutional principle, that is involves two basic properties or propositions. The first is that people belonging to different faiths and sections of society are equal before the law. That is, people belonging to different faiths and religions are equal before the law. The constitution and government policy. The second requirement is that there can be no mixing up of religion and politics. That is, religion and politics should be kept separate. It follows therefore that there can be no discrimination against anyone on the basis of religion or faith, nor is there room for the hegemony. Hegemony is supremacy of one religion or majoritarian religious sentiments and aspirations. It is in this double sense, no discrimination against anyone, no discrimination against anyone on grounds of faith and separation of religion from politics, that our constitution safeguards secularism, however imperfectly. So that is meant to say that yes, we are striving towards a utopian vision of secularism, but still we are still way far behind it. Okay. So moving on further in this, that is Indian constitution allows individuals the freedom to live by their religious beliefs, practices as they interpret these. In keeping with this idea of religious freedom for all, India also adopted a strategy of separating the power of religion and the power of the state. That is, religion and state had to be separated out. Now, importance of secularism. This is important for a country to function democratically. Now, that is what establishes the importance of secularism. Almost all countries of the world will have more than one religious group living in them. That is, no country has only one kind of people or one kind of people of belonging to one religious faith living in their territories. So, within these religious groups, someone will be in a majority and someone will be in a minority. That is, within these religious group, there will most likely be one group that is in majority, and if this majority religious group has access to state power, if this particular group has an access to state power, what may happen is then it could quite easily use this power and financial resources to discriminate against the minority, that is discriminate and persecute person of other religions. This tyranny of the majority could result in the discrimination, coercion, and at times even the killing of religious minorities. So, if the state power is with the majority group, it might lead to certain aspects like these where discrimination can happen, even killing of religious minorities can happen. The majority could quite easily prevent minorities. Now, we are understanding this, why secularism as a concept is important. If secularism was not there in India, probably this would have been the scenario. The majority could quite easily prevent minorities from practicing their religions. Any form of domination based on religion. Now, from here if you will see, any form of domination based on religion is the violation of the rights that a democratic society guarantees to each and every citizen of the country, irrespective of their religion. Therefore, the tyranny of the majority and the violation of fundamental rights that can result is one reason why it is important to separate the state and religious or religion in democratic societies. Another reason is that it is important to separate religion from the state in democratic societies is because we also need to protect the freedom of individuals to exit from their religions or to embrace another religion. Embrace another religion or have the freedom to interpret religious teachings as they wish or as they like or differently. So, this is what probably we can see what is the importance of secularism for any country. Now, moving on further, that is, what is Indian secularism? Now, the Indian constitution mandates the Indian state to be secular as only as a secular state can realize its objectives to ensure. Now, first of all, what is mentioned here is 3 points are mentioned, that is, that one religious community should not dominate another. Members of that same religious community again should not dominate the members of that same religious community, that some members do not dominate other members of that same religious community, and that the state does not interfere or enforce any particular religion, nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. So, on these 3 lines basically the Indian secularism works. Further moving, that is the next part of it. The Indian state works in various ways to prevent this the domination of probably a particular religion over other religions, or the religion which is in majority here. So, first, that is, it uses a strategy of distancing itself from religion, that is, it maintains a safe distance from the religion. In India, government spaces like law courts, police station, government schools and other offices are not supposed to display or promote any one religion. That is one aspect of it. Now, second aspect, if you will see, that is, the Indian secularism works to prevent the domination through a strategy of non-interference. That is, in order to respect the sentiments of all religions and not interfere with their religious practices, the state makes certain provisions or certain exceptions for some particular religious communities. Like example, Sikhs do not have to wear a helmet, as the Indian state recognizes that wearing a turban is an important part of the Sikh religion. Now, third, that is, Indian secularism prevents the domination again through a strategy of intervention. That is, it does not intervene. In order to prevent the religion based exclusion and discrimination of lower caste, the constitution has banned untouchability or the abolition of untouchability. The intervention of the state can also be in the form of support. Example, the Indian constitution grants the right to religious communities to set up their own schools and colleges, and also gives them financial aid on a non-preferential basis. That is the financial aid. Further, now what ways is Indian secularism different from that of other democratic countries? Now, this topic we will take up in the next lecture. Thank you so much.